self-learning material, e-content kind of things, and web portals, which are this thing. Any mode of this thing can be used for delivery now, and we have to engage this and by augmenting the learners through various systems. Then we have to have, of course, have discussion forums, email, mobile alerts and all. At the same time, we must reach the unreached. Okay. So one of the key thinking is that any learning should provide quality resources access, but contextualized to the topic that we are talking, support to the teachers so that they deliver better instruction, quality of efforts by the students, and quality ambience, the learning ambience that we have to create. How do we do that? So, and another thing is use all possible modes, TV, community radio, internet, mobile, maybe call center, other kinds of new devices like iPad and e-book readers and all those are coming. Keep an open eye that this system can use every mode. So we have a system now, and where we can articulate through what is called an open course guide, the sequenced learning activities. In that we guide the students to take instruction in the way it is stated. We put self-tests so that students get a feedback. There are other forms of feedback also possible from this. This drives a feedback-driven system. Some of the tests and activities are evaluated, some exams are conducted. So the right side is about evaluation and exit for the student to graduate. So, and we use all modes. Some principles we have followed when we designed the open course. One is how do we ensure any type of pedagogy is supported in this technology framework. So one is that the explicit content is available in diverse ways, the printed material to multimedia content, video recorded lectures and so on. You can take them over thumb drives, you can access them through net and so on. And students are engaged in multiple ways of learning and practices, ultimately to make them better tacit capability as suggested in the instructional objectives. Okay, a lawyer should be able to argue like a lawyer. That kind of objective we should have. That is their competencies, capacity to communicate in the domain and so on. How do we maximize this with the limited engagement hours we have? So we have certain codification of the activities that are to be used, not just only preparing for exams. Socializing form of activities, articulation, externalizing form of activities, problem solving practices and internal skill building, cognitive skills and practical skills, and how the idea taught is connected with the world. So with these four broad classification, you can design the course guides, and once we design that, we come with a course management and study plan. This active page in the open manages the sequenced activities. It's become a reference template, active template for all study centers to use. An affiliating university may use such a system. So we have motivational anecdotal content, instructional objectives, sequenced learning activities, use various technologies to reach out, guidance for tutorial, monitored self maybe, so that I know how much the students are comfort with the topics that we are suggesting. And then you can go for a telecast interactive session and so on. So how do we put this? So at the center is the open guide, which is putting those disciplined sequenced activities. It is used by the course and instruction team to reach to the unknown learners. Of course, learners also use it. And there are events driving components in that, like calendar, alerts and events and gateway, so that an assured events engagement of the learners is provided. And all of them use the base references like self-learning material, e-books and open content and so on. So this is structured in a disciplined way. So that structuring acting as a reference, the course management group or subject matter experts, they guide teachers and counselors in the, and they in turn, of course, students have a chance to see it. So those students can also take this and refer it. And there are interactive instruments between these two. That is the next thing we build. And the thing is that such a system is able to explore or exploit, engaging the learners in both self-study and peer-to-peer interactions. Wide varieties of multimedia, course content, library, query mentoring, TV sessions and systems, discussion forum. So you can build a focused engagement of learners using these multiple modes targeted at the self-study type of activities and peer-to-peer activities. Of course, designing such a thing requires a lot of training of the instruction design team, which we have in IGNOU. So we are trying to articulate that. And there are feed-forward and feedback interaction once the course is deployed. There are feed-forward systems of the broadcast type, two-way interactive, limited multi-way like chat, audio, video chat, alert system, and peer-to-peer interactions like course discussion, wiki postings. And then we have added one instrument called IGNOU Prashnottari Seva, which is a query and messaging system, and that allows circulars to be issued by the coordination, queries to be asked by anyone and responded to. We can take student surveys and alerts. I'm using a variety of tools. So I can ask a community to engage at personal level or at group level interactions which are managed. Okay, and these are the various things that we use: TV and webinar session, community radio, file assignment. The idea is somehow reach them. For example, if you have an IP television box available, you can watch webinar sessions even on a television set. These are possibilities we have to explore. Okay, so to manage this, on one side the course management group uses all this system and teachers. We need a very comprehensive servicing entity which manages the back end, like the information space and the capacity building space. So we are trying to put what I call a unified technology information and learning services. It's an entity of convergence where various other sub-services entities converge and try to provide a cohesive service to all the learners. To manage all this with certain assurance, we developed something called a course maturity rating, and through that we ensure that over time the processes will improve, so that ultimately we can attain nearly a good, perfect education delivery. This just show the examples, I will not go into it. So each course becomes a social networking portal. That is the important thing. With focused activities, engagement, there are instruments like maybe a testing system, others they can use. And there are other issues. How do we build this across the country? Maybe others can make variations of this. And you can integrate it in the national network. And then we want to establish regional centers for education innovations and practices, one in each state. And so another thing I'm thinking, why not we have like a national entity, a National Association for Educational Excellence, so that there is forum between industry, government, citizens and academic institutions to talk and build these classes of systems. Okay, that is something we are looking at. It has basically 4 roles. One is promote establishing a national education grid. We need an open regulatory framework so that we don't need all this inspection, quota, permit, approval kind of is going on, which is not understanding the education system at all. We can have alternative regulatory mechanism, and then we can use clouds. We need a national clouds forum for education, promote managed services IT industry. IT industry should come forward because it will open up a huge dimension of directions for IT industry. We need a standard and service authority like TRAI so that there is some uniform and fair field so that multiple players can play. Can we extend the role of this and work with various national missions? Okay? Yeah, this is the last slide. Okay. So what I'm saying is, when universities and colleges, how course conducted, students assuredly engaged in learning activities, openly state how assessment and evaluation carry out, how they are same execution. We don't need all these councils and committees we have at the present. Can we not promote this kind of a thing as maybe as the National Council for Higher Education Research? And it's about time we give government certain feedback for alternatives. That's one thing. So in summary, I think IGNOU will leapfrog miles ahead if we do this. And TEOL may evolve from printed SLM through the star rating to a more and more system. It is perfectly aligned with emerging global trends in open education movement like OCW and Open Knowledge Initiative. So let us march forward. So this last slide. Time we get out of the notion that education is about covering the syllabus and conducting mass exam. We must groom teachers and bring them back to the center of education. For our Indian tradition, too, man-making education is Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. My portal as Vedya Dhara, which is not yet registered in the format, framework will help in building the content, declaring the processes that immerse learner and teacher in these 3 processes. So it creates students with character. Okay, a lot of people to acknowledge.